It just looks like a couple people that are excited that have sinus. All right, couple things we gotta remember. Okay, put a pin in it. When H came out and did his original opening ceremony at the Dusseldorf, he did that big sniff and a swallow, which is total sinus related. All right, please. You gotta think this. They're in Dusseldorf. They've been, air traveling. Airplanes. You got that, all that air circulated in that tube. You're in a different climate now. They could have just cut the grass at Dusseldorf. He could have allergy. A lot of stuff could happen. All right, so let's not look too much into this. Okay. Now, before we start, just to let you know, thanks to this person right here, AshM2296 at TikTok. Thank you so much. Shout out to that person. The other thing is this. I had to slow this video down on the slowest speed. And it's even fast on that. Because it's literally, if I play at the normal speed, it's like watching two hummingbirds that just had like 5 espressos. Okay, so here we go. I gotta slow this down. Let's get it, all right? Enough nonsense. All right, so something happens. Now, remember, now here's another thing too. Keep in mind this with the Shiesty McMike. No matter who she's with, no matter where she's at, no matter what she's doing, she does always have to be constantly having that constant attention almost, where it's kind of like she wants it to kind of like talk or, say something or get some type of acknowledgement or validation or reassurance or whatever it is. I mean, quite frankly, it comes across as kind of needy-ish, and it almost looks exhausting. So I could see how that would wear you out. I could see how that could make you, like, lose your hair. You know what I mean? Not that it's affecting H at all. Because, I mean, he's got a luscious, head of... Oh, wait a minute. No. It might be affecting H. Okay, so let's get... Okay, so something happens, right? She's looking around, right? Okay, so this is going on. This is good. Now, she looks around. She looks at H, but H is looking away. Okay, right? So she's not getting the validation from H. Now she looks back. It almost looks like she looks at this person, but she's really looking at this guy to the left. The other thing is this, too. We don't know what happened prior to this video. So, H... he seems like a bit of a jealous kind of, type, all right? By the way, if they both are having sinus problems, it can affect you differently. Like your equilibrium could be off, your mental state might not be appropriate and things like that. But she seems to be, talking to whoever, but I could see him because, he is kind of like a boy child, he's not fully developed in the frontal cortex kind of. So I could see him getting a little jealous, okay? You know how he gets, right? By the way, his body lingo, right? This isn't a good lingo, okay? This is your lady. This is your love of your life. And other things that don't make sense about this whole deal is this. The guy puts up a wall here, right, between him and her, and they don't touch. He doesn't have his arm around her. They're not holding hands or anything like that. Not saying you got to do any of that all the time, but there is really none of it. And he just kind of has this block with him. So I wonder what happened prior to this. Did she, maybe he's like, hey, look, you're kind of acting out of sorts, and you got to kind of keep it together. Or, maybe she did something, or something's already happened where he's kind of putting up this block. So that's just something else, all right? So she's talking to this guy right here, but he doesn't look over, okay? Now she looks back at H, doesn't get any acknowledgement from H, so then she goes to whoever's next, right? It doesn't matter. It doesn't even matter. She doesn't know these people. She has no clue who these people are. But she just needs that, that validation. Oh my God, did you see it? And even this, nobody's even acknowledging her. Now she goes for, she's got sinuses, so her nose is a little, runny. She's got the little sniffles. No big, right? That does it. He, by the way, isn't paying jack shit of attention to her whatsoever. So she's doing the wipe swipe, right? She's probably wiping it on his back right now. He don't even know it, okay? Because he's so excited talking to somebody else. He's always pointing at other stuff, too. You ever notice that? He's always pointing at every other thing, but, it's weird, okay? So now, did you see that? So she does that weird snifferoonie here, right? Let's go right back. So she does this, okay, so that's a strong sniff and a weird jaw movement, right? And she's almost looking up like, I don't know if they have like a Jumbotron or something that she thinks she might be on camera of or something like that. But maybe she's just making sure that nobody's picking up on what's going on with her. You know what I mean? Sometimes when you have sinus issues, it can make you a little paranoid. You know what I'm saying? Maybe. I'm just saying. She's got an image to protect. That's all I'm saying. Come on. Nothing major, right? So now she's happy. Now, this is another thing. So everybody else is just pretty mellow and chill, okay, at this moment right now. But she's bouncing up and down, right? She's got a lot of energy, okay? Right? She's hopping up and down. She's still going. Like, I imagine in her mind right now, she's got music playing. And it's like that techno club, just like, it's like, boom, chick, boom, chick, boom, chick, boom, chick, boom, chick. You know what I mean? That's going on in her melon right now. That's what I'm thinking. Because it's sinus, it's sinuses affected. Come on, please. Nothing major. Come on, okay? Now she's paying a lot of attention to whoever, right? Okay? So she looks back, right? Now, this is where she's been bouncing up and down. Now, by the way, this is no big deal. She just opened this up. This is like, like a dog has to pant. When you get hot, you gotta free yourself. Oh, I'm so hot. So hot. I need some oxygen, right? She hasn't worked out. By the way, I don't know if she's still doing the yogi, but I don't think she's working out like she used to. You know what I'm saying? So, maybe she's just, really working up a sweat, if you. Now, by the way, did you notice? Yeah, this is another thing. See, there's so much going on. Now, watch this. So watch the hand go from the pulling the shirt to the wipe. Okay, so this is the divot wipe. This is what they call the divot wipe. When you wipe your hands, because a lot of times your palms will get sweaty when you got sinuses. You get sweaty palms. So she wants to wipe them sweaty palms on her divots. You know what I'm talking about? So she's doing the divot wipe. Now, H hasn't paid 1 second to her until she did this little pull, right? For some reason, this catches Mr. Green with jealousy over here. The green monster jumps up, right? And he gives her a look, and she looks back, and he looks away, right? So it's almost like, there's almost like a dog, like an alpha, beta kind of thing going on. So he looks at her like he's upset, but as soon as she acknowledges him back, he looks away. So now she's thinking, uh-oh, am I in trouble? Does he know? I think I'm keeping it cool. I think I'm keeping myself cool. I got sinuses, H. I got sinuses going on, right? So you can tell he doesn't look too happy, right? Now she looks away. Now you can tell she's thinking about this. She's processing. And when you got sinuses and stuff, your mind is just racing, right? She's just racing. Now she's jumping up again, right? A little bounce. She's like, doom chick, 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 right? She's looking at this guy next to her, right? She doesn't care. She's just like, I'm free to do what I want. And she's like, oh, boy, I don't know what she's saying here. I don't know who she's saying or what she's saying to who. She's like, oh, my God. Woo. Anyways, she's having a good old time, right? But sinuses do that to you, folks. Come on. You've had it. I have had it. We all had it. Come on. You know what I'm about, right? Now she's looking away. Big smile. Now, just anybody that's around. I'm telling you, man. She's got the boom, chick, boom, chick, boom, chick. She's in the club. Okay, she might be here, but she's in the club. All right. Now she's looking at this guy. Anybody that's giving her any eye contact back, she's looking at. Right? What? She doesn't know this dude. She possibly can't even probably hear what he's saying. She's just into it, man. She's in the groove, right? Now, nice swallow, right? Nice big swallow here. And the teeth are starting to grit. And I've had sinus issues. And I don't know about you guys, but it does make me grit my teeth and almost like grind them. And then I flex my jaw and my neck really hard. Does that happen to you when you have sinuses? Or is that just, is that just kind of odd? I don't know, right? Look at this. Now she looks back, right? Oh, she's thinking, what should I do? How should I act? Maybe that, you get sinuses, your equilibrium gets off a little bit, and you start to get a little, maybe paranoid or whatever. She's like, oh, maybe I should put my hands up. Oh. If I do this, I can wipe my nose and nobody's going to see. Okay? Oh, yeah. Uh-huh. Oh, yeah. Got the sniffles. Changing climates, doing all the other stuff. The other thing is this too, folks. On the one thing you got to keep in mind. And this kind of surprised, okay? Because, I've flown places and stuff like that. And, I don't know. Maybe I'm just different. After flying and dicking around with the airport, I don't care if you're on a private jet. I don't care. It's all a pain in the ass. Okay. Once you get to the destination. Now remember this. She had a 14-hour flight. She had a layover in London. Then she gets to Dusseldorf, and then remember She gets to the hotel, she changes, and then runs back out on stage with the lady in the muumuu to go give a speech, which was, a word salad, fiesta at where they were having the music and dinner. Like it wasn't even anything important, but she had to rush down there and give that speech. Like, and my point is this too. And think about this, which, I haven't really thought about. But it's like, remember H went to the coronation and then right back on the plane and then right back. And it's like, where are these guys getting this energy? Maybe it's because they're so young. You know what I mean? They're young. They're in their early 20s. You know what I mean? They got that kind of energy and pizzazz. You know what I mean? Like, where are they getting this kind of energy? I'm telling you, it's just phenomenal. I mean, they must be extremely healthy. That's what I'm thinking. I don't know. You guys getting that vibe? So anyways, let's get back to the, okay? So he's got the total body language wall block, right? She's going for the sniffle whiffle, right? This is the old sneaky sniffle whiffle, right? Sniffle from Snifferton from Snifferville. Sniffle whiffle, okay? Sniffle whiffle, bang. Nope, oh. Now, nobody's looking, and she does the eyes. She goes up, and then the eyes down, which everybody does. You got sinus, okay? Now she's looking down, right? Okay? You ever notice, too, when you have sinuses, like you're in your own world, you know what I mean? And then you start to think, like, hey, am I keeping it cool I'm doing?